welcome back to part 14 of Pokemon Yellow. Last part, we explored some of Saffron City, took on that fighting dojo, and got the Poke Flute from Lavender Tower. In this part, you can enter this huge building right here after you got the Poke Flute, and we're gonna take on Team Rocket. Yeah. So this is their huge HQ. You definitely need to. You need to get the Poke Flute. I think you need to do. I think. Ooh, you guys know. Can't compensate. You guys need to get the Poke Flute. So beat Jesse and James in Pokemon Yellow, or just beat Team Rocket in Lavender Tower, and then also beat Team Rocket in Celadon City. I think those two stipulations is what makes the Rocket in Saffron City in front of the huge Silph Co building leave, and then you can go inside to take on the rest of Team Rocket. Silph Co is a huge dungeon, like it's like another huge dungeon. There's a lot of floors, and there's a lot of like intricate. I wouldn't say intricate, but there's just a lot of mazes. Not even mazes. There's just doors that you need to get by, and there's an item that you need to get by that door. So I do my best, I believe, to try and explore, but I'm just not entirely sure if I do or not. After a while of being in this dungeon, everything kind of blends and looks the same. So yeah, this rocket right here had to pull back. That's the reason why I'm showing it off. And yeah, pull back the evolved form is so bad. Ain't nothing special. But after last part, I was also mentioning that the Poke Flute. So what Mr. Fuji, sorry, Mr. Fuji said was that the Poke Flute helps awaken sleeping Pokemon. So we can use that Poke Flute in battle as well. To if your Pokemon never falls asleep, you can just use it to wake it up. So it's kind of like a free awakening. And we'll get to the other use. I know I said we were gonna get it in this part. I lied. Sorry. We're gonna get into it, I believe, next part. Sometimes I forget, guys. I record these in bulk. I don't remember. Don't get at me. But yeah. So again, if your Pokemon does fall asleep, use the Poke Flute. It's very useful. And you don't have to spend money, even though you're going to have a ton of it, you don't have to spend money on awakenings. You can use it for potions and stuff. Definitely those max repels, because they're definitely the best item in the game. And as you can tell, there's just, I find this like an ugly yellow. Like, it's just, ugh. Kind of makes you kind of want to throw up, you know? I don't know, and it's mad bright. Like your eyes gonna be boom, like just bleeding. But as mentioned, Silph Co, Team Rocket Co, whatever you want to call it, just a huge building. So there's just a lot of floors, and I do my best to explore. If you want to explore, I would say at least, yeah. I would say have a guide on you if you want it, and see if you checked every floor. I didn't do that. My mentality going into this was obviously get the item that I need, which is the card key. We're gonna get the card key to progress further, and then also find like the Nurse Joy in this place where you can heal your Pokemon. It's kind of a hassle where you're gonna have to always leave to go to the Pokemon Center just to heal your Pokemon, but there's one in here, and that was my mentality. Just get the card key. As you can tell, the card key will open those doors, and then find Nurse Joy so I can heal my Pokemon. And here's an example of a teleporter where I'll just teleport you to a random spot in the building, and yeah. There's also my voice is cracked. There's also obviously a specific route you have to go to get the item card key, and then where you gotta go. So if you don't want to take on any of these trainers for some reason, you can definitely look up a guide on that or follow along. I know it's a long It's a long part. Guys, I'm sorry. I just woke up at the time of this recording, so I'm tired, but we're gonna do this. Follow along or just look up a guide and follow the teleporters that will get you the card key, and then follow the teleporters that will get you to where you gotta go to use that card key, and go ahead. But me, I'm just trying to show off as best as I can every part of what Silph Co has to offer. And we're gonna get there soon enough. At like 47 minutes or like 45 minutes in, but we're gonna do it. Again, now's the perfect time. I honestly should have been training Zuko more because Zuko is close to evolving. But seeing like Jolts and I think that was Bulby, that like level 31. I want everybody to be together in levels. You know, it's just something that always in my mind when I play Pokemon. Actually, whenever I play RPGs in general, I want all my characters to be at least around the same level. It's just like I don't know, something that I have in mind. I don't know. If one's like 15 and the other's like 30, like that means that means if I want that party member in the future, they're gonna get taken down pretty quickly as we progress the game. So I want everybody to be on the same level, literally and metaphorically. Also, just showing off every nook and cranny if I can. And I also, not this guy, but there's 4 Rocket Grunts who say I'm one of the 4 Team Rocket brothers, and they're nothing special, but I think I showed them off, just not entirely sure. All of them off. And this guy is a new trainer type, so he's a scientist. As mentioned, there are scientists who have converted to Team Rocket. Might as well just be a Team Rocket Grunt, but whatever. And scientists tend to have a mixture of like the engineer / rocker type, so like electric types, and then what Team Rocket would have, which would be like poison types, like like Zubats or like Coffer or Weezing. So basically, they're basically a mixture of that, mixture of them trainer types, but they're nothing special as well. Like we're trucking through. We're gonna get stronger. We're gonna be the strongest, and they ain't got nothing on us. I would recommend, for the most part, having a ground type move or ground type on your team, so you can take down these poison types easily, and possibly something like electric types to take down like the flying types, such as a Zubat, Golbat. Maybe a fighting move to take down the Raticates, but Raticates ain't nothing special, so it ain't even that much. And here, Zuko is learning a great move, so get the fuck out of here, Scratch. We're gonna learn Slash, and what Slash is a move that will always inflict critical hit, at least in Gen 1, as I mentioned, the whole speed thing. You guys can correct me in the comments, but Slash is a great move to have. So definitely definitely have Zuko learn Slash. It'll help you in the long run. And Zuko's getting close, guys. He's getting close. He's gonna be there. He's gonna be there. And here, this is the floor where the card key is at. So you have to beat this Rocket, who has Arbok, which is Cobra spelled backwards. And it's even wrong because it's with a K, not even a C. But beat this Rocket, and mandatory because you have to get by him to get it. And you can get the item. Again, you can always look up a guide if you want to just skip to the teleporter that will take you to where you got to go, and then the teleporter for the item, and then all the teleporters that will take you to where you got to go. And also, one thing I hate that Arbok does is it uses Glare, which just paralyzes you immediately, and you know, paralyzed does. It makes you slow and has a chance of you being fully paralyzed for a turn and you can't do nothing. Still not as bad as Rat. Still not as bad as Rat. You guys know that. But once you beat him, I see. What I was thinking he had one like in that other time with the lift key, but no. The card key is right there. Just pick it up, and you can open those doors. Those like block doors. I'm gonna call them. All you gotta do is just talk to it basically, and it'll open. And the reason why I came around to just talk to this guy is because one, we're training and we gotta kill everybody. 2, he has a hypno. Everybody get your hypnos lullabies creepypasta out there. It's the evolved form of Drowsy, which was I still find its Pokedex entry crazy. Like it literally puts people to sleep and then eats their dreams. Like that's crazy. That's fucking crazy. There's a lot of Pokemon that has crazy Pokedex entries, but you know. And third reason why is because he's mandatory as well, kind of, because let's say you didn't take that teleporter to talk to the other dude, the Cobra. I was gonna say the Cobra, the Arbok. You come to this guy, he's still in the way. I don't know if he'll like if you go to the like a tile above him, he'll move to see you, and then you can go around him. But just in case, you know. There's I think those are 2 ways to get the card key. I know I'm tripping over my words, guys. I'm trying. Yo, this honestly, this is actually my second time trying to record this part. For the first time, I think I was going pretty well. Like I was talking at least a little more coherently, and I was like, I guess around like the 13-minute mark, and then my recording it just stopped out of nowhere. It cut, and I was pissed off. So, but TM09 has takedown, and takedown is a really dope move. I decided to teach it to Jolts just so it has another physical move other than quick attack. But in reality, I should have taught it to somebody else. Jolts should have had the body slam, and maybe somebody else has double edge, but it's whatever. Gen 1 isn't, again, too hard. You can kind of do whatever you want as long as you're keeping up with the levels. It's with the later gens when it introduces a special attack and defense split, and also in Gen 3 where they introduced the abilities where you kind of gotta think a little bit more and manage your Pokemon better. And just use the card key when you ever see those blocked doors, and it'll open up a section. Probably find an item, something else. But now here's where I'm trying to find where the hell is Nurse Joy? I need to heal my Pokemon. And I don't know what floor she's on. She's on some type of floor, but yeah. This Pokemon report says that there's 4 Pokemon. Talks about the 4 Pokemon that you need to trade for it to evolve to its final form. I've mentioned that before in previous parts. So again, for example, we have a new trainer type, by the way, Juggler. Second time. But he has a perfect example. So Kadabra. In order for Kadabra to evolve into its final form, Alakazam, you need to trade with someone. Like, it has to be. Like, there's no other way unless you hack. You cheat the game. So, Kadabra into Alakazam, that's one example. I mentioned last time, I think last part. You also have Mr. Mime here. I know I'm all over the place, guys. Last part, we came across Machoke, and Machoke evolves into Machamp. So that's another Pokemon that needs to be traded to evolve. There's Haunter into Gengar. You need to trade Haunter for it to become a Gengar, and then there's Graveler into Golem. So those are the 4 types, or the 4 Pokemon that need to be traded. Haunter into Gengar, Graveler into Golem, Kadabra into Alakazam, Machoke into Machamp. That's kind of the reason why I don't like. I love Alakazam as a Pokemon, but the reason why I don't really use him on my team, well, I can't use him because I don't have no friends to trade with me. But yeah, no, I don't. especially back in the days when I used to play this when I was younger, we didn't really have the, I would say like just the money for the equipment. Like I would have the Game Boy Color. My mom would be like, "That's it. You're getting that, and then the game. Like you're not getting no accessories." So I couldn't really trade Pokemon with my friends to get these final evolve forms. So I would have to finesse my way around it. So that's why if I were to use a Psychic type, at least in Gen 1, I would take Drowsy and evolve it to Hypno. If I'm not playing Pokemon Yellow where I don't have all 3 starters, then I would have to figure out a way like who's gonna be on my team. But it still wouldn't be like a Machop into Machoke, because again I can't get that final form, and final forms just obviously has the best stats, so you can't really have the best use of that Pokemon. And I know I should have cut this out, but again, guys, we just going for the ride. It's part of the ride. I think on this floor, I'm not sure, but no, it's not this floor. One of the floors again has Nurse Joy. I don't know exactly off the top of my head. We get there eventually, but that's my mindset. Like, obviously I have all these items that'll help, but you don't want to waste them here. But I'm only doing it for the sake of the LP because I didn't want to keep going back to the Pokemon Center, and kind of also just losing track of where I am in the building. So you didn't, you know. And we have an Electrode. Electrode is the evolved form of Voltorb. It's just the colors are, you know, inverted. And Electrode are also known to use Self-Destruct. Self-Destruct and Explosion. They're basically the same move. And what it does is it kills itself in order to do like huge amounts of damage to you. Sometimes, most of the time, no, not sometimes, most of the times. Great English, right? Most of the time, it will take you out, but if you do have a tank, then it's no problem. It's also normal type, so if you have a ghost type, it's not gonna do shit to it. Unless, and I think they introduced these type of moves in Gen 2 where you have like Foresight or Lock On, and those moves make sure that the next attack hits, I believe. So and that's when Explosion or Self-Destruct would hit. But yeah, it's kind of annoying, but also it can be kind of funny too when they use Self-Destruct and Explosion. You have a ghost type, can't be destroyed, so you just killed yourself for no fucking reason, you dumbass. The fuck? So yeah, and Zuko grew to level 20 or 36, and what's happening? That's right, guys. He's evolving. We just officially won the game. Because Zuko has evolved into Book 3 Zuko! He's a Charizard now, guys. That's the most beautiful moment. I had to just look at it. Look at the beauty of Zuko becoming fucking Charizard. And from here on, things are just gonna be smooth sailing for Zuko. He's poisoned right now, so that sucks. And again, that's when I was trying to look for, you know, the Nurse Joy in this place. I think that way is actually where you need to go. No, this way is where you need to go. So, and as you can tell, you saw Dickwad. So we'll take him on soon. But for now, we gotta find our Nurse Joy in here. I'm so happy, guys. Like it. Excuse me. When I was playing the game, like I was just like, come on, man. I need him to evolve. I need him to evolve. So that moment right there was just like very euphoric because I'm like, let's go. Like finally. We have Book 3 Zuko, the best Zuko, where he becomes Fire Lord. He becomes what is it? No, it's the Fire Lord. Or when he's fighting Azula and then he becomes the Fire Lord after. But either way, the best version of Zuko. I have read some or have watched videos of the comics, if you want to say, in between that and Korra. But I don't really remember it that much. I just wish they animated it. It would have been better, but you know, it is what it is. But yeah, so Zuko, we got this. And from here on, we gotta work on our other Pokemon. So Volby is still an Ivysaur. We need it to be a Venusaur, and Uguay is a Wartortle. U2 Tentacruel Aerodactyl. And it needs to be a Blastoise. So these guys are held hostage, so they won't fight you. They're just scared. They work in the building. If I was dumb, I'd be like, yo, I don't get paid enough for this shit. I'm quitting next. I'm quitting as soon as I get out of here. Like, I'm quitting if I get out of here. Like, it's crazy. Imagine just working one day, you sitting at your desk, you talking with, I don't know, fucking Tom from accounting, and then all of a sudden you see fucking people in black with the R in the chest, and you're like, bro, I don't get paid enough for this shit, bro. Like, I'm only getting paid like what? Let's see, I'm trying to think about the time back then. Like maybe $7 an hour, bro. Like you can just take over the fucking place, bro. Cause I'm not with the shits, not at all. It's crazy. But these guys are no problem. The good thing about Razor Leaf too, I don't think I mentioned it, or if I think I did mention it. Again, I'll just mention it again. It's gonna do critical hit, and plus stab, it's just gonna do so much damage. Critical hit. Volby go to level 32, so Volby's close to evolving as well. Let's go. Actually, Volby is evolving. I think Ivysaur actually evolves earlier into its final form than the others. You see how Zuko, it took to level like 36 to evolve into Charizard. 32 for Ivysaur to Venusaur, so you'll get the Venusaur pretty quickly. I think 33 or 34 for Uguay, which is for the Wartortle. And I think, is it here? No. Yeah, look at Dickwad. Thinking he needs shit. So smug, his asshole. Don't worry. We gonna kick his ass too. His smug little face. Smell you later. Smell you later. Kiss my ass, bro. Like, it baffles me. You beat him every single time, and he still talks. I can't lie. I can't lie. I give him credit for that. Like, you keep getting your ass kicked, and you still talking shit. That's Vegeta's type level, but he's not. His character development, actually, it's not close to it. It's a Vegeta type, but not really. Like in Gen 2, he kind of mellows, humbles a bit, but still, like, it's just, you suck. You suck. You fucking suck. Open this door. There's more people, more workers being trapped. It's just like, she's saying we can't say. Don't you know that I am the protagonist? I have plot armor. You can't beat me. I got you guys. I put the city of New York on my back. I got you guys. This is not New York. This is basically like another town, but I'm just that dude. They call me New York Savior. The New York symbol of hope. I got you. And here we have TMO3 Sword Stance, which is actually a really good move. It's one of those moves where it increases your stats and it increases your attack and speed. And speed. No. I know the attack part is right. I don't know if it's and speed. There is a move like that. I think it's just attack. Either way, it'll increase your attack. And if you have like a truck like Power or like a fighting type, you're gonna do tons of damage. So if you want to have something like that, I recommend it. I'm not, if I have it on my Pokemon and there's not really any other move I want to give it, I'll keep it and I'll use it just to drive my damage. Most of the time, I'm just trying to attack, you know? we have our Super Saiyan 3 Sand Slash over here. It's alright because we have Venusaur. And it's gonna hit you with the Razor Leaf, and it's gonna knock you the fuck out. Yeah, motherfucker. Again, I don't remember. I was gonna give him the hiker voice, but I don't remember what voice I gave the Rocket. Whatever part it was in like part 2 or 3 where we talked to that the Rocket in the back of the guy's house next to fucking Cerulean City Gym. That guy. That voice I gave him, perfect voice. I just don't remember. I can't replicate it. I can replicate the hiker's voice, but it's just a husky voice. Not like that. That was raspy, but it's just a husky voice. Yeah, I'm talking like this. I wasn't good. Like a Sylvester Stallone, you know. Same thing with the black belt. It's just they're the same guy. And the nerd voice, like, oh my gosh, we're here. Well, we will have a Pokemon battle. So that's my nerd voice. There's also another nerd voice I did. I don't know if I can replicate that, but I'm gonna do some like playback, and I'm gonna see if I can do that from like, I don't know, future nerd voices, just to give it a little bit of variety. But it's just, yeah. I wish I remembered that Rocket Grunt, that the first Rocket Grunt I did, like his voice, it was perfect. I know it was. I think that was a third brother. Not too sure. Me, I'm just trying to find Nurse Joy. Where you at, Nurse Joy? Or as I said in previous part, Nurse Jenny. Nurse Jenny. I can't believe I said that, yo. Nurse Jenny. Nah, it's Nurse Joy. Nurse Joy, Officer Jenny. And yeah, I don't know if forgot to mention it, but yeah, there's not gonna be any more Officer Jenny, unfortunately. So we only see her twice. And here is Nurse Joy. Heal my Pokemon, girl. So after that, we found our place to keep going to heal. He's the other Rocket brother. And see, this is what I don't get. I think I was gonna try and show off all 4, but then I was like, fuck it, I'm not gonna show him. Maybe because he had Pokemon that we've seen, but still, you know, it could have been nice to show off because they're like a group. But fuck it. So we opened this card key. This card key. We opened this door with the card key. And I think at this point, I'm just trying to find the spot where... No, I'm exploring the rest of the building, and then I'm gonna go to where Dickwad was at. Honestly, I would just keep going up the stairs, and if you want to explore, because the elevator, you can't really commit it to memory. At least I can't commit it to memory. Maybe I'm just dumb like that. But just the stairs are just a better way to go, you know. Found a new spot to explore, just for some items and stuff. So again, these are as I said, we're on the 10th floor. These are all optional, so I'm not gonna show off the battles, but I just want to show off what we can get. Ooh, a rare candy. So pretty useful. We have TM26, and what TM26 is Earthquake. Amazing move. Amazing move. And it's a ground type move, and it's just very powerful. So I don't know if I showed. I don't think I showed off. I think I do it off screen because I rearrange everybody's moves. But I do teach Earthquake to Power because he's a ground type, and it makes sense. He's just a kaiju. He's a motherfucking kaiju. He's going to stomp on motherfuckers like, let's go! That's my best friend, yo! But yeah, so Earthquake is a great move. I thought... Actually, let me save that for just the future. But it's only... Unless you... Again, I don't know if you can do the missing no glitch in yellow, but if you can, and you want to duplicate that just so you can teach to other people, definitely go for it. But after all that, we go to this teleporter, and we face off with Dickwad. What do you want, dickwad? Team Rocket slow me down? Get the fuck out of here. Do you know who I am? I am him. I am Timothy Turner. Himmy Neutron. Anthony Hamilton. Fuck out of here. Don't you ever disrespect me like that again. And I started off this battle with electric type against a ground type. I didn't prepare. I didn't look at any guide to see what he has. What he goes up first. I'm just going in as I you know, go. So he gets the critical hit on me. He gets a sand attack off. Okay. I miss. And Swift, which is a move that will always hit no matter what, no matter your accuracy and stuff. So he takes down Oogway. Fine, whatever. We throwing out Bobby, our Venusaur, hit him with the Razor Leaf, and boom. What you gonna do now? But here, and I guarantee it, this time, he has evolved for me. He has his Jolteon. So he throws out a Ninetales, which is the evolved form of Vulpix, as I mentioned in like part, I don't know, remember the filler part. And I like Ninetales design. Not only because I'm a Naruto fan, but also just like, I've always liked Ninetales design. It's like a cool Firefox. But I guarantee it, he has his Jolteon. We have Cloyster. Cloyster is just a vagina gel. A vagina clamp. Come on, guys. You can't like, you could see it, right? I'm not bugging. I think. Okay. So yeah, clamp is another like wrap type. Like it's a wrap type move, like wrap and bind, where it'll just keep doing damage. So fuck that move too. So thankfully he was fully paralyzed, so he couldn't fucking keep attacking, because that would have fucking got me tight. Stupid. Those moves are stupid. And I'm so thankful that they changed that in fucking the future, because, bro, like, you can't do anything in Gen 1. Gen 2 and onward, it'll do damage, but it'll do little damage, and you'll be able to still attack. So, yeah. And he has Kadubra, which, you know, as we mentioned before, you need to trade in order to get an Alakazam. So it's not at its best form yet. Take that down. Zuko is getting stronger. See, I told you once he becomes Book 3 Zuko, he's going to be fucking fire, bro. Literally. And he throws out Jolteon, which, again, very fast. So it's going to be most likely faster than most of your team. But we use Dig. And we're going to just destroy him because Jolteon's an electric type. With the skin of his teeth. I'm telling you, Book 3 Zuko hangs in there, bro. He's fighting Azula. He's basically fighting Azula, and he redirected that lightning right back at him. He's nice. He's fucking nice, yo. Get the fuck up out of here, dickwad. And what the fuck? Yo, you're here just to fight me. Bro, Team Rocket's right there. Get them. Making me yo, what the hell, bro? And this guy right here, he gives you a Pokemon, Lapras. It's a cool Pokemon. Let's call it just Lappy, I don't know. But again, Lapras is not our 6th member. Trust me, guys. And if you guess right, we're gonna get it soon. Pretty soon. So we go through this teleporter, and we have one last battle. Prepare for trouble, and make it double. To protect the world from devastation, to unite all evils within our nation, to denounce the evils of truth and love, to extend our reach to the stars above. Jesse, James, Team Rocket blasting off at the speed of light. Surrender now, or prepare to fight. Meow, that's right. Boom! Got it right this time. With just a confidence of a fucking guy with his dick walking out. So yeah. We have our final battle with Jesse and James, guys. So it's a heartfelt moment. I'm sorry. You will no longer see them again. And as mentioned, this is a Pokemon Yellow exclusive, so you won't be fighting Jesse and James out at all throughout the Red and Blue, and they don't show up ever again, unfortunately. There is a Pokemon hack Ash Gray. I've played that for when I was like in college. It's pretty cool, but there's just no official game where you can fight Jesse and James again, you know? So this is the last time. I wish they really ran with something. They had, so in, spoiler alert, but in Gen 2 Team Rocket shows back up. But there's no Jesse and James. And the female Grunt Sprite looks like Cassidy. So the other Team Rocket members who are actually a little bit more competent at their job. Team Rocket blasting up again. Pretty cool. So yeah, I would have liked to see Butch and Cassidy. That would have been cool. But we have Giovanni. Oh, come here, Afro. I have another offer you can refuse. Oh, you can do something at my daughter's wedding? Come here. Come knock you out. Whatever that was. So yeah, we have Giovanni again fighting him for the second time. He's a little bit more stronger. Is that right? Yeah. Okay. He's a bit more stronger. So, but again, no problem. He tends to use poison type and ground type. Whatever. He tends to use those types, and so you want to be able to, you know, take him down. Use ground types definitely for sure to take him down. He has his Persian, so we come through with power. Use that double kick. Honestly, again, as I mentioned, Horn Attack is here for a reason. Like, Horn Attack does a lot of damage. So I honestly should have been using Horn Attack. As you see, it's doing little damage to Persian. He did also lower my attack with Growl, but, you know, still. Power is a tank. He's a truck. He was the MVP of Lieutenant Surge, and he ended up kind of being the MVP throughout the entire game. It's amazing. We love Power. I think I'm gonna try to end up using the Nidoran line more. I want to do something different because I never really used them, but I ended up loving the Nidoran line for this game. So, in any future playthroughs, either on the channel or just like in my personal life, I think I might want to keep him around, you know. And Oogway grew to level 34. Woo! And he also throws out Nidoqueen, excuse me. And Nidoqueen is the evolved form of Nidorina, as mentioned ways ago. And it gets that ground type, dual type, so you're weak to water. Bye bye, honey. Bye bye. Have a good one. Later. Take it easy.
Oh, lost again. No way. Blast it off. We really no plans for Silph, but you know, Team Rocket will never fail. So come through and then go return.
I don't know what I'm saying. But talk to this guy. He's the president of Silph. And instead of, you know, giving us like $1 million, $1 million, he gives us a Master Ball, which is a Pokeball that will never fail to catch a Pokemon. So you throw it, and it will it'll do the 3 shake thing, and I always get like kind of anxious that it's gonna fail for some reason, but it's always gonna catch it. And here we're back at. So this is where I also taught Fly to Karzuko, because he's part flying now. So again, we can save our key so that we don't have to keep using instant transmission, and we can go onward on our adventure. We have to use our key for something more, you know, like if we need to use a Spirit Bomb, we need to save our key for that, you know? But here I flew back to Pewter City because there's some things that we have to explore. So if you go behind the museum and you use cut, make sure you have your HM thought. This guy says that there's a piece of amber. So you want to take that for whenever you go to, spoiler alerts, in a bar. And I talked to this guy and it's like, he basically is just like, fuck it. I don't, I just work here. I don't care how you just got back here and shit like that. So, but if you want, you can get that piece of amber. It's another fossil, like dome fossil, basically. And maybe we'll see what it does. Yeah. So we come back to Cerulean, right? And this is where I'm going to show off the Mew glitch. End it off right? Right. So, what you want to do to execute the Mew glitch is you want to do your best, right? So, when you walk up to this trainer, immediately hit pause. It'll bring up your menu. Then hit fly and go straight, so go right back to Cerulean, right? If you've done it right, he'll try to battle you, but you'll fly away. There, so, and then your pause button doesn't work at all. So what you want to do is you want to go back, all the way back across Nugget Bridge. I don't know if you guys remember that trainer that we left alone and really didn't do anything about it. I said, we'll get to him later. Well, here's the later. So what you're gonna do, and make sure you don't talk to it. If for some reason you left the trainer alone and you didn't really fight him, dodge him. You know what? So you want to talk to this guy. This guy has a Slowpoke, right? And for some reason, this Slowpoke at level 17 has I think one of the stats, or the stats add up to a Mew, and it just happens, you know, like you. So because of this glitch, right? So you beat him. What you're gonna do is you're gonna fly back to Cerulean City, right? Make sure you know. You can save if you want to before this, because it's hard to execute that on the first try. The whole trainer guy that you have to dodge and fly back to, right? But once you hit Nugget Bridge, around this area, your menu immediately pops up. So make sure you're prepared. And once you exit, it immediately starts a random battle, and you get Mew. So Mew is actually level 7 because this is around this time. This is where things are weak. So I can't really attack it with anything because it will kill it. And this is where I wish we had Full Swipe, which was introduced I think in Gen 2, where you can attack it. You can attack any you can attack Pokemon, and it'll leave it with 1 health, right? So we don't have that. So the best I could do is paralyze it and chuck a bunch of balls at it. Balls. And yeah, it takes a while. It takes a while. But yeah, this is a Mew glitch. So this is like, even though you have to kind of glitch the game, this is the other legitimate way to get it, aside from like those events that you would go to when you they had them when I was younger, which I never had the opportunity to go to. There was this rumor, debunked now, that if you were to trade a Pokemon, so around the time where you would go on to SSN, trade a Pokemon to use Cut, beat Lieutenant Surge, right, and then you wouldn't ever have to go on to SSN. You can get to the point where you can use Surf. Go to where the guy is at, Surf, and there's a truck there. People thought that Mew was under that truck. So you would have to use Strength to move that truck. That's debunked. In the remake, they poke fun at that, where if you do that, you get like a lava cookie. But yeah. So I thought use Leech Seed because it'll whittle down its health a little bit each turn, and it'll help in the process of catching Mew. Again, Mew is a legendary Pokemon, so even though it's at like a level 7, it's still a legendary Pokemon, and it's going to be a little more difficult to catch. And my ass was running low on balls, so I'm just like, oh my gosh, please, please, please. And here I'm just not using any moves that can just inflict damage, because it'll just, I will kill the Mew. Okay. So again, follow those steps. Make sure you have someone who uses, you can use teleport. Get an Abra that has teleport and do the same thing. It'll work the same way. Go to that trainer who has a Slowpoke, who for some reason, once you fuck up the game's coding, once you beat him, it just had, I don't know the intricate, the detail, the logistics of the details or whatever, but for some reason it has the same stats as this Mew. Like once added all together, whatever. And because of that, and because you've did that, once you beat him, you reset the game kind of back to its original setting. You go back and you go back to the Nugget Bridge, and the Mew will appear. There's a lot of glitches that happened in Gen 1. Remember, it's an old game, so there was just a lot of bugs that obviously you can't really overlook the entire time due to the limitations of the technology, but you know. And here I threw a Pokeball, my last one, and we caught Mew. So yeah, we have a Mew now. And we are reaching the end of part 14 after we caught our Mew. I will see you guys in part 15 where we continue our journey.